So maybe that time I may have. So I need to do that. Means I'll be doing this tomorrow or today.
Mhm. Okay. So, okay, let me share my screen first. So today I wanted to cover few small topics, like
Okay.
small grammar portion, or like small topics which are also there in book. So
Correct.
first things first, like this is the link. I think you must have found that already. This is for videos,
Mm-hmm.
whatever videos there are there in the books. So are you going through those videos also along with the CD portion?
Means whenever required. Means when you gave some homework related to those videos. So that time I
Okay.
saw that, but not from
Okay.
past few
Mm.
weeks.
ओके सो टू बी इन पर्टिकुलर अभी तक मैंने लाइक वीडियो से रिलेटेड कुछ होमवर्क नहीं दिया है मेजरली वाज फ्रॉम ऑडियोज ओनली
Mm-hmm.
सो नाउ इन बुक देर आर लॉट ऑफ like signs of films also like here
Mm-hmm.
so that this is the link for videos
ठीक है.
so there we have a moment. Yes, so this is like this is a almost 50 minutes video. This is basically I think from A 1.1. तो A
Mm.
1.1 में जितने भी videos वाले like sections हैं, whether it's like any exercise or just for any knowledge information is there. So all the videos which are there, all of
Okay.
them should be here from this particular A 1.1 book. Now, if there is something because most of these videos now do not have like subtitles, so
Mm.
I'm sure there would be many words which you would not be able to understand. So to simplify that, I have placed four files in your like in your in the Google Drive folder. So there
Okay.
should be four files. This is like course book, and here you can find these two of the files for audios also. I'll place the for like videos also. I'll place the files here. So two of them are for audios and two of them must be for videos. So accordingly, you can go through the transcription for audios also and the videos also if any of the conversation in the video particularly is not clear
For these
because
PDFs.
videos also and audios also. These
No,
two
no.
are for audios. Let me place
These are
right away.
PDFs. No?
Sorry?
These are PDF files. No?
Yes, PDF files, but these are like transcriptions here now.
Okay.
So whatever people are talking in that
Understand.
particular exercise, so
Understand.
uh,
Yeah.
like transcription is there. So these two are for audio portion,
Mm-hmm.
and for video also. Let me put. So I'll just bifurcate. Actually, there are four of them. So as per audio and video, I'll bifurcate and then place it after this
Okay.
class. Because these like audio these transcriptions are going to help you a lot in terms of understanding the accent and then like understanding the what people are talking about because whatever we are talking the accent is different and what people are talking the
Mm.
natives are talking the accent is different
Right.
so that is going to help you a lot in terms of understanding the verbs how the sentences are being framed how people are communicating in a formal way and then informal way now, talking about the topics, we have two, three quick topics today. One of them is imperative. So, what imperative is basically? It's nothing but whenever you are like saying something without using pronoun, you can say like without using pronoun, without putting pronoun, particularly in any of the sentence. So
Mm-hmm.
that falls in the imperative category. So let's say if I am saying something if I'm talking to you and I'm telling you to write something like so I would be telling you schreiben Sie bitte das Wort oder schreiben Sie bitte die Sätze etc please write that so I
Mm.
am using formal way and then I am using Sie also wie zum Beispiel schreiben Sie bitter and then whatever so here pronoun is there and then I have conjugated in this way but if I would be saying this in an imperative way I would simply say schreib
Stripe.
das
Stripe does.
so I am not using bitter here I am not using pronoun here I am not conjugating this particular verb as per do so I'm just using the stem word here and
Mm.
then I'm telling you what to do using this particular stem word So schreib das means write that. So it's like command or a informal way of saying something or a casual way of saying something instead
Mm-hmm.
of saying the complete sentence in a formal way, following all the grammar rules, etc.
Right.
Right? Because this imperative something is we always do even in Hindi also and English also.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saying the complete sentence, we just say the work which is to be done. So all in all, this this basically is the summary of what imperative is. But there are like different cases which falls under imperative, and to complete the syllabus I'll just go through it. But whenever the like majorly whenever in German when imperative is used, that is majorly used with the second person while talking informally, instead of
Second.
using, yes, let's say we are talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So while there is a face to face conversation, or where there is a direct conversation, only in these cases in particular these imperatives are being used.
Right, because if I'm talking about third person, so we cannot use this. No, it doesn't make any
Right,
sense.
right. So that is basically, and to that also, that is majorly for a singular person, so that there is no
Mm-hmm.
conjugation. But if I'm talking to you and Sonali, for example, so I would be conjugating this as per ear, schreibt das, but I would not be putting ear here. But that
Okay.
that usually do not happens. Majorly it's for singular person, instead of using do, so we use write it in this imperative way. Now
So,
they could
in,
be
so instead of using the subject plus verb plus object, we are only using the verb, right?
and then
Here.
from that verb also majorly the stem word of the
Stem
particular
verb.
verb is being used
Mm.
without making any changes. Changes as in without any particular conjugation. Stem
Mm.
word में changes होंगे as per the regular verb or irregular verb at some
Okay.
places.
Okay.
Yes, or as per the separable verbs. So talking
Okay.
about the
So
some of the
one more question. So why
hmm,
we are using das here, not the or then?
Shraib das is like, so here, okay, so this das particularly is not being used here as an article there, the das,
Mm.
but das here bedeutet that.
Okay. That.
Yes. So in most of the sentences, whenever there is das, that if that has been used before the noun, then you could have considered it as an article. But here, without any noun, that das means that. Write
That.
that.
Okay.
So instead of saying schreiben Sie bitte das, I am telling you schreib das.
Okay. Got
Yep. Now, just to take quick examples. So, like nehmen Sie das Buch, take that book, kaufen Sie es. So, if you are using imperative in a formal way, that usually do not happen. It's just I'm telling you that hardly happens. So, nehmen Sie, instead of saying nehmen Sie bitte das Buch, here we would be removing bitte and then we would be saying nehmen Sie das Buch. So
Okay.
instead of putting it in a polite way, please do that. I'm just putting it a command, but
Mm.
in a formal way. Do that.
Right. Right.
Instead of saying, please do that for me, let's say I'm talking to somebody who's elder to me. So
Mm.
to that particular person, of course, I would not be talking in an informal way. I would be talking in a formal way, but instead of you saying, please do that, I would be saying in a formal way, do that. So
Mm.
we would have removed bitte here. Similarly, kaufen Sie bitte es, instead of saying kaufen Sie bitte es, I'm just saying kaufen Sie es. So similarly, this means take the book instead of meaning it please take the
Please
book or
take the
please buy it. It's just take the book or buy it. It's just
right.
like command, you're saying it, do that, and just let the work get it done,
Mm.
something like that. Okay.
Right.
Now if we are talking to a singular person, like I just gave you the example of this Shraib Das, let's say I am asking somebody to come here.
Mm.
uh, so instead of saying uh, like can't do here common, I would be
Mm.
simply saying com.
Tom.
Let's say if I'm talking to you only or somebody who is younger to me, if I am saying, if I'm asking you to come here, so
Mm.
if I would be writing comes do here, so that would sound like a question, comes do here, do you come here? But
Mm.
no, in order to put it in a like command way or in an imperative way, I would take com from the verb common, because com is the stem word here. And if
Right.
I'm talking to one person, so instead of saying common zi bicha here, or like to put it in an informal way, I would simply say com. That means
Oh,
come.
okay.
Similarly, for gayan, I would be saying gay.
Gay.
Gayan. So gay is the stem word from gain. So gay,
Hmm.
go. Instead
Okay.
of saying please go, just like go. Or
Go.
drink, drink. Instead of saying please drink it, just like a command, drink.
Drink.
Or maybe vielleicht from kaufen, I would be taking the verb, the stem word kauf, and
Hmm.
then that would become just buy it.
Of. Okay. So
Similarly
if.
here we have just a minute, like
Hmm.
this here in an
Hmm.
formal way I have said na kaufen sie es,
Hmm.
but here if I'm talking to somebody in an informal way I would be saying kauf, buy
Of.
it.
Right.
This also means same, this also means same, but this is like I'm talking in a formal way,
Hmm.
somebody who's elder to me, and this is something kauf, nur kauf, that is informal.
Right.
Yes, so you were asking something.
Yeah. Miss. If I have to say like, please, buy, please. Yeah, buy this,
Mhm.
please. So how would I will say? Miss cows bete. That's it.
So you can also say, like, instead of saying
Yeah.
so
Please
let's
come.
say आपको informal ही बोलना है but आपको please भी लगाना है. So
Hmm.
that is what your question is. So you
Hmm.
can just simply say खाउफ दास bitter.
अच्छा.
Simple. It's not like कि यहाँ पे कोई आपको specifically rule follow करना है या conjugate करना है या कौन सा
Hmm.
pronoun use करना है. No. So
Hmm.
this imperative, as I said, is basically it's just when you have to remove the like remove the pronoun, but that won't happen in a formal way when you're talking to somebody who's elder to you. Just to put it in a formal way, आपको वहाँ पे z लगाना ही पड़ेगा.
Okay.
But here, खाउफ, instead of saying like खाउफन से दास बेटा, you can say खाउफ दास बेटा.
Of course.
Somebody who's younger to you or of your similar age, to put it in an informal way, खाउफ दास बेटा.
ठीक है, तो मतलब पहले वाले फॉर्मल वे में क्या है कि हमें जी ऐड करना है और जी के अकॉर्डिंग उसको कॉन्जुगेट करना है, लेकिन फैमिलियर कमांड में उसमें जी यूज़ नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो दैट्स व्हाई वी आर
Yes,
यूजिंग ओनली द स्टेम वर्ड.
right. खाउफ दास बेटा.
ठीक.
Yep. Now, with some Beispiel here. So some of the, ein Moment. So some of these were the examples which we have done till here, they were from regular verb. Now, if we talk about some of the irregular verbs like antworten, you remember that is our irregular verb because in the stem we have t at the end, or for zum Beispiel reden, we have d at the end. So
राइट.
in that particular thing, we would take the stem word and then we would be adding extra e here, like we do it while conjugating. You remember when we conjugate any verb which the stem word which has t and d at the end, we used to add now additional e, untoward
राइट.
test.
राइट. राइट.
So here also we would be adding that extra e. So instead of saying untoward, because that would become the answer. So let's say, see here, let's say our verb is antworten. Clear? And then इसमें हमारा stem word है antwort.
राइट.
Okay. But if I would be saying antwort only in an imperative way, but I actually antwort is a noun. That means answer. So instead of writing answer, instead of writing antwort only, I would be adding extra e here. Since it's an irregular verb, so I would be saying antwater. So if I'm telling you to answer something, instead of saying antworten Sie bitte das, I would be
हाँ.
saying antwater. Answer that. Oder antworte das. Bitte. Oder nur antworte. So similarly, with reden, reden means to talk, or here öffnen, öffnen means to open something. So here I would be taking the stem word and then I have added extra e here. Similarly with öffnen, so also öffnen is the word and then öffnen it has become here of öffnen. Öffnen is the stem word and then extra e here. That means to open.
ये फिन.
Öffnen, yep, is the verb here. So
Okay.
öffner, I have taken from the stem and then I've added extra e. So that becomes öffner. That means open. You're telling somebody to open something. Now, some more examples of irregular verb. Like we had 4 cases now, this section is like one of the other case where we change E to I.
Right.
Wie zum Beispiel here for this essen was our verb which means to eat. Now I have taken S from the stem word and then I have changed E to I. Is. Instead of saying essen sie das bitte, I'm saying is. That means eat. Maybe let's say you're talking to a small child, so instead of saying like is das, like
Right.
yes, is das oder nur is. Similarly with geben, geben is the verb here, and geben is our verb here, and then I would be taking geb from the stem word. I would be replacing e and make it to I and then gib. Yes. So as per the like regular verb or irregular verb, stem may change hoga, but we would be majorly using stem only.
Right.
And we would not be conjugating while we would be talking to a second person in a singular way.
Correct.
So we zum Beispiel here, if I am, let's say if I'm talking to one person directly, I would be saying is, but if I'm talking to two person, I would be saying ist. I would conjugate it as per ear, because then there would be two person in front of me and that would become ear.
Right.
So as per ear, I would have to conjugate it. But if I'm talking to you directly, I would be saying is. No conjugation, no pronoun, just stem word and the changes.
Okay, and if I say eat this, so that will become eat this.
So if I'm talking to you only, the one person, that would become like is das. And then if I'm talking to you and one another person along with you, I would be saying ist das.
That I understand, yes.
Yep. So for that, yes, of course, you can use you can add das here.
Is das.
Or maybe any specific like noun which you want to add. Maybe is pasta or any other thing, something like that.
Right.
Now here, now this is another case where a changes to a mit umlaut, but in imperative way, the stem word for that particular category, the case number 2, if you remember, where a we have changed to a mit umlaut, in that particular category number 2, the stem word here would not be changing even if it's a irregular verb. So we would not be saying fair here. I would just be saying far. So fahren is my verb here. I would be taking far as a stem word and I'll put it as it is.
Okay.
I would not be like saying fair. No, just far. Oder lauf.
Lauf. Okay.
And here, like one more example, I think it's there in, but let me write it here only. So nehmen, if you remember, is one of the word which we did in an irregular section. Nehmen means, what is nehmen means?
Take.
Yes, nehmen means to take. Now, here, name is our like verb here. But if you would have noticed, we have changed to this H while conjugating to M also. So if I have to conjugate it, I would be writing nimmst. Instead of saying nimmst, I would be, this nehmen would be conjugated as per nimmst.
For Z.
No, for do.
For do.
For do. So usually इसमें ना आपको ऐसे करना है to make anything in an imperative way. Think it कि वो do के form में कैसे conjugate होगा. Just take the stem word from that particular do conjugation and then remove the conjugation. So here with zum Beispiel ist would be the conjugation for do. इसमें से t हटा दो, is बन गया. Gibbs would be the conjugation as per do. इसमें से st हटा दो, give बन गया. Similarly, names, nemen would be conjugated for do as per names. तो इसमें से st हटा दो, that would become nim. That means take. Oder nimm das, take that.
Cheat codes हैं, हाँ.
Yes. So here Now, these are the cases which we discussed for singular. Now, if I talk about plural, this is something which I told you already. Let's say in case of ear, so we would be conjugating this as per ear, cow,
Here,
because
right.
this is plural, or maybe antwortet.
Correct.
Instead of writing antwort, ein Moment. So just see the difference for this antwort, because antworten, antwort is our stem word, but if I'm talking to one person, that would be antworter. Aber if I'm talking to plural, if I'm talking to two people, that would become antwortet.
Perfect.
Conjugation as per ear.
Right.
Similarly, est here, that is conjugated as per ear, and then here lant, that is also conjugated as per ear. So
Correct.
that is the difference, majorly the difference between while using imperative, either for do singular or for ear. And majorly it's like just for information basis it was given that how would you say it in a formal way. But usually imperative ka main like motive or the basic idea of having imperative is to make something in a commanding way or to make something in a casual way. तो वो formally बहुत कम use होता है.
Okay, but this can be done for like as we did for Z and ear. So this can be done for like air Z S also.
No. That
No.
is for direct conversation
Okay.
or direct conversation as in when two people are talking
Mm-hmm.
to each other, which is impacting directly them. It's not like you and me talking about the third person and then I would be talking about er, z or s in an imperative way. No, if I'm talking you and I'm asking you to do something, so it's like command na, imperative way. So command I would be giving to a second person, be it singular or plural. So that is the thing between two people only. इसमें er, z, s का कुछ यूज नहीं होता है.
Okay, so we cannot command the third person, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And even if you would be commanding the third person, if you would be commanding the third person and then you would be saying something to him, that particular person would become second person to you. तो उसमें third person रहेगा ही नहीं वो,
Right.
because आपको किसी को command करने के लिए उससे directly बात करना पड़ेगा ना.
Correct. Correct. ठीक है.
Class.
Yeah. Class.
Now talking about an exception here. So if you remember, we have did sein also, haben and sein, two main verbs in German. So now while we do the while we do the imperative form for sein na, so here we do not do it as per like conjugation which we do for also which we conjugation which we do for do or for ear. So here we take the main word, the stem from this particular verb only, because sein means to be, and then हमने उसको is am are बनाया था as per the pronoun, but our
Right.
verb is sein. So if I'm asking somebody to stay calm, if let's say I'm talking to you and I am asking you to stay calm or to stay peaceful, so I would not be doing it like sein with do is conjugated as per bist, do bist, but it would not be bis ruhig. No, ruhig means to ruhig means to peaceful or like to be little so to be peaceful basically. But I would not be writing here bis ruhig. No, I would be taking the stem word from sein only. So I would be saying sei ruhig. That means be peaceful or stay calm.
Okay.
This sein is an exception here.
Okay. So we'll not be using complete sign. We'll be using only the stem word.
Yes, stem word, and then we would be making change. We would be like considering sein as a verb only here. While making imperative from sein, we would just forget how it is being conjugated in as per the pronoun, as per ish or do
Okay.
or even wir, because while we conjugate sein with wir, that also changed to sind. That does not
Right.
remain sein.
Mm.
So here we would be using sein as a individual word only. So if I'm talking to you to be peaceful and in a formal way, so z in a formal way is conjugated as per sind,
Okay.
right? So if I'm talking to you and I'm using, if I'm asking you, are you a consultant basically? So to put it in a question way, I would be asking you, sind Sie Berater? But if I'm asking you, if I'm telling you to do something in an imperative way, I would put sein as an individual word only. I would not conjugate it as per Sie, but I would like put it as a complete word, and I would be telling seien Sie ruhig. So here Zion and then en I have added here to make it a formal way, and then Zion Z ruhig. That means so Zai ruhig is an informal way and Zion Z ruhig is a formal way. Both means same. Be peaceful.
Okay.
So this is like little exception here in terms of imperatives. Now, if we talk about this separable verb, so here also we follow the same pattern. Now, here in this first case, what is our main like separable verb? Can you figure out?
This should be aufstehen.
Yes, aufstehen, sehr schön. So, auf is our prefix here, and then stehen is our main verb. And in that main verb, stay is our stem. So, stay auf, stand up, or get up, or wake up.
And aufstehen means?
Aufstehen means to get up or to wake up. Like, ich stehe 6 Uhr auf, I wake up at 6 a.m. So, if you're asking somebody to wake up or to stand up, you would be saying steh auf.
Stehen auf, right.
But if you are saying somebody in a formal way here, you would not be saying stehen Sie bitte auf. You can say auf. Also, einen Moment. Stehen Sie bitte auf. That's how you would be putting this in a formal way. So auf would go at the end, and then stehen in a infinitive way to make it a formal sentence. Stehen Sie bitte auf oder stehen Sie auf, excluding the bitte here to make it imperative. Stehen Sie auf oder steh auf. Das ist informell und das ist formell. Both beide sind imperativ. Both are imperative. Now here, in case of this second example, so mit kommen is the verb here, and then this example has been given in a formal way. So kommen Sie bitte mit oder komm mit.
Komm mit, right.
Yes, this is informal, or you can write komm mit for informal way. For formal way, kommen Sie mit oder kommen Sie bitte mit. Come along, please.
Mit komm means same, like come along, come along.
Yes, mit kommen is our verb here, but that is separable. Yes, so komm mit. Or similarly, you can write like mitgehen to go along with someone. You can say geh mit.
Okay.
Go along. Now we have some examples here, and then a quick exercise also. So schnell, laufen, Lars. So Lars is person, schnell is like adjective here, and laufen is our verb here. So if you're talking to Lars and you are asking him to like run fast, and so how would you say that in an imperative way? In an imperative way, Lars, lauf schnell. You would not be saying lauf schnell, since you're not using pronoun here. So you would not be conjugating is and adding extra st, just the stem word Lars, lauf schnell. Lars, run fast.
Okay.
Aber here, Nummer 2, since here, hence like Frau Schmidt, since we have Frau here, Frau mentioned here, so that is, as we know, that should be a formal case. So if we are telling Frau Schmidt to do something, or we are requesting Frau Schmidt to do something, so eine Tasse Kaffee mit mir trinken. So these are like jumble words which we have to place in a right way. So Frau Schmidt, trinken Sie eine Tasse Kaffee mit mir.
Okay, so what does it mean?
Frau Schmidt, please drink a cup of coffee with me. Mit trinken is the verb here. That means to drink something with somebody. Mit means with, and then mit is with whatever word added. So that means to do to do that particular verb with somebody. Like mit common, to come along, mit gain, to go along, mit trinken, to drink along.
Okay. And mir फिर?
Mit mir. So here mir has been used since mit is basically dative. So mit mir. If you are using if you are asking somebody to do something with you, like mit, you would not be saying mit ish, because ish is a nominative case. Aber mir is a dative case.
Okay.
So like if you could recall, es geht mir gut. So es geht is a dative case.
Right.
Es geht is it goes good with me. So mir is like to me.
Understand.
Now the third case here, like for Zion. So you are asking Hans to be brave. Brav bedeutet brave. That is an adjective. So you are saying Hans sei brav.
Or to be, right.
Yes, Hans, be brave.
Correct.
Aber here, eure Karotten essen und dann Tina and then Jugend. So here there are two persons. You're talking to them directly. You would be saying, ein Moment. Yep. So here you're saying, you're like commanding Tina and Jugend to eat their carrots.
So here we are conjugating on the basis of ear.
Yes. Est. So you would not be saying is eure Karotten, but you would be saying est eure Karotten. So eure is like possessive pronoun here, which we did in the last class. Personal pronoun and then possessive. Du, dein, ihr, euer, ich, mein und so weiter.
Right.
Right? Est eure Karotten. So Tina and Jugend eat your carrots.
Okay. So and we will not be changing this SN for ist I double S.
No. Because so if you conjugate, because this particular case, we have two people here, na, Tina and Jugend, so that is plural. That becomes ear. So here SN would be conjugated as per ear only.
Okay.
जो हम only stem word use कर रहे हैं, that is for singular.
Okay. In the case of singular only, we change this. ऐसा क्या?
Okay, just let me make it more clear here. So just one thing. So see here, kaufen or maybe laufen is our verbs. Fine. We have two people here, Tina and let's say John. So now if we are talking to Tina only, that is singular. If we are talking to Tina, if we are asking Tina or if we are commanding Tina to purchase something, we would be saying kauf, nur kauf. Okay. But if we are talking to Tina and John together, we would be telling them, we would be saying kauft.
Right.
Because then it would be plural, and that would the verb here would be placed as per ear.
Right.
Kauft. Or maybe if we are asking only John to run, we would be saying John lauf.
Lauf.
And this exclamation sign here, because that is imperative, John lauf. But if we are talking to John and Tina together, we would be saying
Lauf.
John und Tina lauft. Oder lauft John and Tina. John and Tina run.
ठीक है. बट मेरा क्वेश्चन ये नहीं था, जैसे अभी हमने एसएन किया था ना, तो एसएन में वी चेंज द फर्स्ट वर्ड टू आई.
That we did because वहाँ पे हमने singular किया था.
Okay.
So SN, if you conjugated as per du, that becomes ist. But if you conjugated as per ear, that becomes est.
Correct. तो थोड़ा
So
मैं
that
कंफ्यूज
is
हो
why, yes, no problem. That anyways is going to take time. German grammar is anyways a lot tricky as compared to other grammar from other languages.
People say कि German is a harsh language. Is it so?
Harsh language or hard to learn language?
हार्श आई सेड, मतलब कि इसमें कुछ इमोशंस या मतलब पोलाइटनेस नहीं है, मतलब व्हेन दे स्पीक so doesn't look like miss it's a polite language or something.
Mm,
ऐसा
nothing
होता है
like
क्या?
that.
Yeah.
No, nothing like that. If I talk about German culture or maybe German people, I've
हम्म,
known like a lot of them as a person. These people are like very polite and particular.
okay.
They would not be like shouting at each other because just to give a quick example, if something happens here in Delhi or in Mumbai or anywhere, people on the road starts shouting at each other. But
Right.
if even if you would park your car in between, if you're not aware, you're new to that place, they would not be shouting at you. So
Great.
as a person, they are little polite, but in
हम्म,
terms of language, I have never felt that like it's a very impolite language or something. It's just a language. Like English also is just a language. You cannot differentiate if it's a very hard language or a very soft language. But
right.
Urdu, for example, or Bengali, for example, they are like
You can do
sweet
that.
languages.
Yes,
But
yes.
you cannot categorize German or English if it's a very harsh language or a very polite language. It's just a language.
Right, right. You're right.
Yep. Now we have more examples here. So Einschlafen, Brigitte. So Brigitte is our person. Bitte, Einschlafen. So Brigitte, Schlaf, bitte, ein. This is a 10 baras verb. Since Brigitte is a singular case here, so
Mm-hmm.
Schlaf, bitte,
Schlaf.
ein.
Okay.
So
Correct.
we are asking Brigitte to go to sleep. Had it been like two kids here, Brigitte und Tina, we would have said Brigitte
Schlaf.
und Tina schlaft bitte ein.
Bitte ein. Okay.
Yep. Because that would have become ear then.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, two more cases. Die Tür means the door. Bitte. Zumachen. Zumachen means to close. Herr lodged. Since Herr is mentioned here, so we have to make it imperative, formal imperative. So Herr lodged. Machen Sie die Tür bitte zu.
Herr lost.
Herr lodged. Lodged.
Okay. So, Herr lost Machen. Okay. So we use Z because of have.
Yes, because that is a formal imperative. You
Correct.
are telling him to do something directly or commanding him to do something, but in a formal way. You're telling him, please do that.
Correct.
Please close the door. Now here, this is a ear case. Also Luis und Karin. Luis
Right.
und Karin. Fangt jetzt
Fang.
an. Anfangen means to start. And then you're asking Luis und Karin to start something. Also fangt jetzt an. Now,
Right.
let's start it.
This is transverse verb.
Yes, anfangen is a 10 baras verb. Anfangen means to start. So fangt jetzt an.
Correct.
If that would have been Luis only, we would have said fang jetzt an.
Right.
Yep. Now another word, heute Abend, vorbeikommen, Herr und Frau Meier.
So this is a formal.
Yes. So Herr und Frau Meier, you are telling Herr und Frau Meier, kommen Sie heute Abend vorbei. Vorbei common is like you're asking them to come to your place. Vorbei common, not to come along, but to in a sense of inviting. You're asking them to come at your place. Kommen Sie heute Abend vorbei.
Kommen Sie heute Abend vorbei. Right. This is again a transverse.
Yes, vorbei kommen. Now these cases, I'm just giving you 2 minutes here. There are like few more sentences. Just go through them. Here is the situation, and here we have the answers in the second section. So just see them and see them. If there is any confusion, let me know. Regenschirm bedeutet Umbrella.
Okay. But here there is no like hair or no name, I guess. Doris is name.
That is like Sue Doris, Sue Jana und Inga. You are asking somebody to bring something to someone.
Uh, so this is to Doris.
Yes.
Mit nehmen, then Raven. Okay, so we conjugate, means we didn't conjugate this, we just use the stem word
Hmm.
and we use nim and actually this is the trans set.
Yes.
So
And
nim,
Baraswa.
nim, then Regan, Regan, Sharem,
Regenschirm.
Regan,
Mit.
and we use the mit at the last.
Yes, because mitnehmen is the verb. So you are saying to Doris. So Sue Doris means to Doris. You're asking Doris to do something. You're asking him to bring along or to take along the umbrella. Nim, den, Regenschirm mit. Warum den? This is something I'll tell you. This is something would be clear when we would be doing accusative case. This is the accusative case. I told you not there becomes den and then
Right.
das remains das in accusative case. So that is why there Regenschirm. So this there has become den because this is a accusative case imperative.
Right.
Yep.
And
Now here we have two people, Suyana and Inga. We have two people.
yeah, and um, using fart, car. So instead of fahren, we are using fart.
Yes, because here we have conjugated as per here we have
Yeah.
two people,
Yeah.
Yana and Inga. That is why.
So the remaining sentence will remain same. Mit mir
Yes.
nach
Yes.
Chicago. Flying still. And still means?
Still is like still. Say still
Okay.
or stay calm.
Okay. Again, mit common detail. So common C detail. Mit. Right. And say of same say okay. Did okay, clear.
Done?
Hmm. Right.
Okay. So in book also, I think there is one chapter where we have this imperative Zetzer. So here if you will go through the contents now, here we have a section. Here
Uh-huh.
you can see in that particular chapter what all grammar topics would have been covered.
Okay.
So I think it was there in third chapter or fourth chapter somewhere I saw long back. But anyways, we'll find it later. Now, if we talk about the second topic for the day, that is navigation, also navigation. Just a quick tip, whenever we have tion in any of the verb, the pronunciation come as sion. Wie zum Beispiel, even if the like spelling is similar in English and German, but the pronunciation would be different. Wie zum Beispiel, communication. Na? So in German, the spelling is though different, but the pronunciation would be Kommunikation.
Okay.
Or maybe negation is the English word, or it remains same in German, but the pronunciation is Negation, as in to deny something or to write something in a negative way. Negation oder Navigation, so the navigations.
So
Now,
At the last S or without S is that matters? It's navigation or
So
navigations.
in German, that would be Navigationen.
Okay.
The plural form would be differ, of course. It's just Tion. Also the Aussprache is not schon, it's Sion.
So navigation.
Yeah, Navigation oder Kommunikation. And then there is one chapter here where navigations are there. Let me open it. It's a very quick and small topic. So let's say if somebody is asking you for a navigation, how would you tell them? And meant for stars. Yeah, in their starts and in these chapters also now, like there are lot of vocabulary is there, lots of glossar is there. So
Glossar.
this glossar as in glossary.
Okay.
So here there is another PDF. This comprises of all the vocabulary which has been covered in all the chapters. So you can just go through it, and then as per the chapters you can find it here. Capital Eins as in chapter 1, Guten Tag. So whatever vocabulary is there, you can find it here along with the meaning.
Right.
Now I meant Kavya.
Did you
Yes.
check homework?
Yes, I saw the homework. Almost everything was correct, but थोड़ा सा आपका spelling का issue रहता है. So that is fine as of now. But the more you would be writing, that issue would also get resolved.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मैं इंग्लिश भी बोल रहा हूँ.
That is going to be there for some time.
मतलब इंग्लिश में जो मैं स्पेलिंग लिखता हूँ ना, वो उसमें भी मैं मिस्टेक कर रहा हूँ. छोटी-छोटी स्पेलिंग में मैं कंफ्यूज हो रहा हूँ.
वो German English actually mix हो रहा है. That is why. It usually happens. Like I have one more A1 student. She is like, even when she's speaking, she unintentionally speaks half sentence in English, half sentence in German. Like where kommen Sie? Instead of saying woher kommen Sie, she says where kommen Sie. So that is going to be there for some time, but that's fine. Now let's see how we navigate somebody in German. So let's say if somebody is asking you, Entschuldigung, sehen Sie bitte hier, Entschuldigung, ich habe eine Frage, I have a question, wo ist, where is that particular thing? So let's say, Entschuldigen Sie bitte. Let's say I'm asking you or you're asking me, Entschuldigen Sie bitte, wo ist das Café? Café is das Café? That means cafe. So I'm asking you, where is the cafe? I am new to the city, so you can tell me, das ist ganz einfach, das ist ganz einfach, das ist. Ganz means completely or totally, einfach means simple, that's totally simple. So you would be saying gehen Sie bitte. So there are three things through which you can navigate me. Gehen Sie bitte geradeaus. Geradeaus means straight, go straight. Then links, das bedeutet left or towards the left. And then we have geradeaus, then links, und dann haben wir rechts. That means towards the right. Here rechts also means like rights, but that is a noun. So if we put it capital R here, that would become rights. So like I have these rights in my country, that kind of right. But if I'm writing here rechts, that becomes towards the right, that becomes the direction.
Okay, so geradeaus.
Geradeaus. So
Okay.
two words combined together, geradeaus. That means straight. Gehen Sie bitte geradeaus. Go straight. And then und Dann links und
Dan is again the
dann means then
okay.
and then. Und dann links und dann
And dann
rechts. So please
rechts.
go straight, then take left, and then take right, or just and then left and then right. Und da means there, und da and there ist das Café.
Café, right.
So, das ist ganz einfach. Gehen Sie bitte geradeaus oder gehen Sie bitte links, dann geradeaus, dann rechts und da ist das Café.
Okay, one question means we say Entschuldigung, and here you mentioned Entschuldigen. So
Yes,
what
so
is the
there are,
difference?
okay, so there are two words. Sich entschuldigen is basically the verb that means to excuse yourself. You say,
Hmm.
na, excuse me, please. So,
Right.
sich entschuldigen is the verb. When you're saying entschuldigen Sie bitte, that is formal, but Entschuldigung, that is used in an informal way. Entschuldigung.
Okay. And sorry and excuse me both have the same word means Entschuldigung.
No. So, there are a lot of things like if you have made a mistake and you want
Hmm.
to apologize for something, so apologizing for something and excusing for something, both are different things. If
Right.
we like look into it little deeper, both are different things. You have made a mistake and you're feeling sorry about it, you want to apologize, then
Hmm.
you would be saying sorry.
Hmm.
But usually what we do, if we are disturbing somebody and asking somebody a question, then also we say sorry or excuse me,
Hmm.
then also we use sorry. But ideally sorry means when you are feeling apologetic, if when you are feeling apologetic to something. So for sorry, when you want to apologize, das ist es tut mir,
Took me to it.
it tut mir leid. Oder when you are saying excuse me, when you're disturbing somebody, like you want somebody's attention to ask a question, then you would be saying Entschuldigung oder entschuldigen Sie.
Okay.
Now that reminds me one more thing, like Verzeihung. So whenever you would be doing listening partner, or whenever there are like a lot of announcements, be it at the airport or at the railway station, so there would be this particular verb Verzeihung that would be like used a lot of times. So in announcement, or when you are saying sorry, if somebody is saying something and then you did not understood that, then you use Verzeihung. Verzeihung.
Verzeihung.
Yes. So because usually जब announcement होता है, it's like ना, excuse me ladies and gentlemen, may I have your
Yes.
attention please. So in that sense, Verzeihung is used in that, that is a one sense. Or somebody is saying something and then you did not understand, then you would be saying Verzeihung, or like pardon, you can say. Verzeihung is like pardon. So there are three things: excuse me, sorry, and pardon. All three things used in a different sense or different manner. So es tut mir leid, Verzeihung, and then entschuldigen Sie.
Correct.
Okay. So now I'm just uh, writing here, wo ist das Museum? Now I am new to the city and I am asking you for the navigation. I'm asking you, wo ist das Museum bitte? Now I would be drawing here some arrows and
Okay.
then you will have to tell me. So I am, let's say, in moment, I am standing here. Okay.
Okay.
Here मेरा face इधर की side पे है,
Right.
सामने. Now then you will have to tell me where should I go. So
And
so
museum.
entschuldigen Sie, wo ist das Museum bitte? Then use this word first.
Okay.
This
Das ist ganz einfach.
ganz.
Das it.
It,
अच्छा,
it.
das ist ganz einfach.
हम्म.
और म्यूजियम की साइड
म्यूजियम मैं पहुंचा दूंगी, आप मुझे बस बताओ कहाँ जाना है.
ओके gehen Sie bitte geradeaus
हम्म.
उनदान लिंक्स, उनदान,
नहीं, ये लिंक्स कहाँ पे हुआ? ये तो राइट हुआ.
अच्छा ओके, सो उनदान
So
रिश,
this as per the arrow, see मेरा face arrow की side पे है,
हाँ
and then
हाँ,
tell me.
सो गेहन सी बीते गैराज हाउस, उन
Gerade aus.
गेरादा हाउस, उनदान रिश,
Hmm.
उनदान लिंक्स,
Hmm.
उनदान रिश,
999. Here is the museum.
बट वो एरो के राइट में है ना.
अच्छा, okay. Fine.
उनदा इस दास कैफे.
दास म्यूजियम. नहीं नहीं नहीं, मुझे
सो
कैफे नहीं जाना था, मुझे म्यूजियम जाना था. आपने मुझे कैफे पहुंचा दिया. So das und da ist das Museum. Is this clear? So ये take 1 minute and then quickly write it.
इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? दास इस गांस einfach.
Das ist ganz einfach bedeutet, that is like totally simple, or that is very simple. Ganz
Okay.
bedeutet totally or completely or very. Einfach bedeutet easy.
Okay, done.
Okay, so now we had one more topic, preteritum, but we will be doing like later if we are left with some time. As of now, there is one more important article. Do you by any chance understand the difference between bestimmt article and unbestimmt article?
Can't say.
So, okay, we have two cases. One is bestimmt article and then unbestimmt article. So, bestimmt article is basically definite article or fixed article. So, for masculine, we have there. This is, pay attention, this is nominative case only I'm talking about.
Right.
So, there,
The
feminine, we have die, for neutral, we have das, and then for plural, we have noch einmal. Aber with unbestimmt, I would not be using der, die, das, because these are the fixed article of something to distinguish between their gender. But if I'm using unbestimmt article, I would not be using der, die, das. I would be writing ein oder vielleicht kein. Then for feminine, I would be writing eine oder keine. For das, I would be writing wie gleich here, ein oder kein. And then plural, since it's plural, I could not say eine because ein means one and then kein means none.
Right.
So I can maybe write here kein, keine, since it's plural. So from the extra e would come here, and then in feminine case also extra e would be here with keine oder eine.
So in case of plural, it would be aina.
No, no, no. In case of plural, they could not be eine because eine means one or a, like a. That is a river. That is a museum. So
That cannot.
plural cannot be a. So that is why only keine.
So no plural word for this.
No, no eine for plural case.
Okay.
But in case of feminine and plural, we have this extra e. So not kind only, or not ein only, but eine, keine with feminine oder nur keine with plural case. Klar? Now let's do some quick exercises in the book. So here we have, see the table here. We zum Beispiel here we have unbestimmte Artikel, and then here we have bestimmte Artikel. So das ist ein Bahnhof. Bahnhof means railway station. So that is a railway station. But here with bestimmte Artikel, das ist der Bahnhof von Hamburg. That is the railway station from Hamburg. So a and the. Das ist ein Hotel, aber hier das Hotel heißt Wagner, because hotel has das Artikel. Neutrum. Und dann with feminine, das ist eine Straße. Straße is die Straße. So eine, aber here with bestimmte Artikel, ich werde schreiben, I would be writing, die Straße heißt Müllerstraße. The street names Müllerstraße.
Okay.
Aber here with plural, I would not Schiffe here, that means ships. So Schiff is a singular thing, and then Schiffe is a plural verb, ships. So I would not be saying das sind eine Schiffe, no. They are a ships, no. They are ships. So das sind, they are, sind, are Schiffe. They are ships. Aber here die Schiffe, because plural के साथ we would be using die as bestimmt Artikel. Die Schiffe sind im Hafen. Hafen as in like port, you can say. Also Flughafen bedeutet Airport und nur Hafen bedeutet Port, the seaport. So here, let's say somebody is asking you, was ist das here? And then, so here we have 4 pictures. They have their name on it. We here Hotel Wagner, das ist ein Fluss, Alster. Then we have a church named Michel, and then we have some pictures from Hamburg oder Hamburg auf Deutsch. So if I'm asking you, was ist das? Ist das ein Hotel? Then what you would be saying? Ja.
Das ist ein Hotel. Heißt Wagner.
So you can say either ja, das ist ein Hotel und das Hotel, the hotel. You would not be saying a hotel names Wagner, you would be saying the hotel names Wagner. So das, ja, das ist ein Hotel und das Hotel heißt Wagner. So Fluss has their article. So ist das ein Fluss?
Ist das ein Fluss? Ja. Das Fluss means river?
River.
Okay. Das ist das ein Fluss?
Not
ja.
das ist das.
No. Ist das ein Fluss?
So simply either you can say ja.
Okay. That fluss heißt anything.
So either you can say yes, the river names is, or the river names Ulster, or you can say yes, that is a river and the river names Ulster.
Ulster, right.
Yeah. Ist das eine Kirche? Kirche is the Kirche, that means church. So ist das eine Kirche?
So ja. Das Kirche Heißt it, Michael?
Varun, das Kirsche. I told you, na, Kirsche has the article, the Kirsche.
Die Kirche. Heißt it, Michael?
Heist,
Right?
not heist. There is no E here. There is only double S and T, so heist. Now, I think you are getting little confused while using das. So as I told you, let's say I'm telling you to do something. For example, like I gave you previously, mach das, do that. So here, das is that. Aber when you are using here in this particular case, das hotel, we have noun here. Hotel is our noun. So here, if you are putting das before hotel, na, so that would be considered as article, but not in that case of mach das, because there we did not have any noun. But when you are putting that before a noun, then it would be considered as article, and then article you have to place as per the noun. So der Fluss oder die Kirche oder das Hotel, H capital, oder das Café oder vielleicht die Gebäude, that means building, Gebäude A mit umlaut here. Because we have noun here and उसके पहले जो आप use करोगे the, वो as per noun use करोगे आप. It's not you would be using das everywhere as to denote it as the. So the is the article. You can say in English we have the only as an article. A and the, but here we have to distinguish here in German as per the gender.
Yes, there the
So
das.
yes, these also the, das is also the, there is also the, but that should be placed
Hotel,
as
river, or cafe, it's of a gender means how you'll identify.
it cannot be identified, because it can be identified only in the sense of living things only, right? Female consultant or a male consultant, as we have discussed already, or a particular gender. But in non-living things also there are genders, but why they have any specific gender? No, like no specific reason for that. That is why I gave you that like example. Whenever we have some specific endings, uske hisab se you can figure out, but there is no specific rule ki kiske hisab se wo gender defined hai, because in English for non living things there is no gender, but in Hindi for non living things there are gender, right? How can you denote like darwaza is a male and khidki is a female? But since we are speaking it since childhood, so we know that, but there is no specific rule behind that, right? That why khidki is female and why darwaza is male. So similarly here also. So that is why it is always advisable to learn all the nouns with their articles. Klar?
Yeah.
Okay. Now gehen wir weiter. So here, also Aufgabe 4, Nummer 4, sind das Fotos? So I would not be saying sind das eine Fotos. No, sind das Fotos?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a plural case, so use the article accordingly.
Yeah, die.
Die.
Die Fotos sein von Hamburg.
Sind.
Yeah, die Fotos sind von Hamburg.
Hamburg, not Hamburg. That is like in English, about Deutsch, Hamburg.
So means this photo is from Hamburg.
Yes, these photos are from Hamburg. Here, यहाँ पे लिखा है ना album में Hamburg. Yep. So ergänzen Sie, that means to fill in, lesen Sie den Dialog zu zweit. So now, was ist das? Ist das ein Hotel? Wie zum Beispiel, wir haben schon gemacht hier. Das ist das Hotel Hafenstraße. So you would be putting here, das ist, that is, the hotel. So here we have two das, but this first das is for that, because this after das we don't have any noun. But here with the second, wie zum Beispiel, das ist das Hotel. Das
So
ist
that
das
is
Hotel. So here
the
this das is the article for that particular hotel, and das
right.
here this means that,
Right.
because यहाँ पे das के साथ हमने noun लगाया है. So that is why article as per the hotel, and here that. Similarly, now see the second one and try to answer it accordingly. It's little I won't say tricky, but little like misguiding type of question, I would say. Und wie, was ist das? Ist das, sea is like sea, like normal sea, ocean. Ist das eine See?
Is das
So
eine See?
yes. So here, once for eine means and keine means no. So when you are saying using the Negation, also negation, so you would be saying like das ist keine See or something like that. Ist das eine See? Nein, das ist keine See, das ist ein Fluss. Wie zum Beispiel. Aber here, see what is the answer and try to like distinguish whether you should be putting here ein oder kein as per the answer. So I'm asking you, was is das? Is das eine See? What is that? Is that a sea?
Nein, das ist keiner Fluss.
Hmm.
And die Fluss heißt
Der,
als
der Fluss.
der Fluss. Der Fluss, ja. Der Fluss heißt
Der Fluss
Alster.
heißt Alster. Okay, this last sentence is correct. Der Fluss heißt, aber here we would be putting ein. Now why ein? Because मैंने आपसे sea के बारे में पूछा था और आप मुझे बोल रहे हो कि that is a river. You are not saying that is not a sea. You are telling me directly, no, that is a river. So you have told me, I'm asking you, ist das eine See? So either you could have told me, if you would have told me that is not a river, then you would have used keine. Nein, das ist keine See. Aber what is the answer here? Here the answer is about river. So directly you are telling me, instead of telling me that is not a sea, you are directly telling me that is a river. So a river. Keine river नहीं होगा, that is eine river होगा. Das ist eine, also ein Fluss, und der Fluss heißt. Is this clear here? Why we have used here ein and not kein? Because here sea के बारे में question था and we have answered about Fluss.
Yeah. Klar.
Okay, gut. Gehen wir weiter dann. Now here is like quick exercise about the Negation, or where to use kein oder keine. So here we have 6 pictures, and in all the pictures this lady is missing something. So wie zum Beispiel here, oh nein, keine Fahrkarte. So she is going somewhere. See in the picture 3, this female is going somewhere, vielleicht Bahnhof, maybe the railway station, and she has forgot her ticket. Fahrkarte bedeutet travel ticket, or normally ticket. So here, oh nein, keine Fahrkarte. Oh no, no ticket. So she forgot the ticket and she's saying no ticket here. So that is why keine. Die Fahrkarte, also keine Fahrkarte. Wie zum Beispiel hier, wo ist der Weg? Links, geradeaus oder rechts? Hilfe. So she's asking for help here. Wo ist der Weg? Where is the way? Links, left, geradeaus, straight, or right? Hilfe.
Right. Hilfe is help.
Yes. So that is also a kind of imperative. Helfen and then Hilfe. So which picture should pass here?
This one, 5th.
Yes. Links, rechts und dann geradeaus. Aber here, heute, kein Test. So, also das Test, heute, kein Test, so ein Glück. So she's being happy, oh what a luck, no test. Heute, no test, also kein.
Okay. So test, no test about means there is no one is going to check the ticket, right?
No, here.
Hmm.
See the
But
picture here?
uh, today no test.
Yes, no test, heute kein Test.
Hmm. So I'm black.
So ein Glück, Glück.
Look.
So
So
she's saying,
for
oh what a luck.
yeah.
Yep. Now here, ach nee, kein Bus. So here also she has missed the bus.
Hmm.
So she's saying, oh no, no bus. So kein Bus.
Kind
Der
of.
Bus, so kein.
Okay.
Read similarly here, kein Fahrrad. Here, her cycle, bicycle, Fahrrad bedeutet der Fahrrad that has gone punctured. So she's saying, oh no, oh yeah, kein Fahrrad. No bicycle. So
Right.
that is their Fahrrad, so kein. Now, one more thing to be noted, when you are going somewhere by foot,
Hmm.
so you always say ich gehe zu Fuß.
Yes, yes. Okay.
When you are walking toward somewhere and you are using your legs. So Fuß bedeutet foot or feet, then ich gehe zu Fuß.
Hmm. Just like football. So
Yes, yes. We similarly here, one more quick exercise. Ist das ein Bus?
nein, das ist kein Bus. Das ist eine.
Eine,
Uh,
because the U-Bahn. U-Bahn is like underground metro or underground train, you can say.
Das ist U-Bahn.
Yeah, das ist eine. So now you can distinguish where to use kein and where to use ein.
Hmm.
Das ist kein Bus. That is not a bus. That is a also train. That is a U-Bahn.
U-Bahn.
Now here is das ein Auto. Is that a
Nein.
car? See the picture.
Yeah.
Nein, das ist.
Das ist, ähm, das ist kein Auto.
Hmm.
Das ist eine, eine,
Ein.
ein.
Therefore,
Okay. And what we call cycle?
Fahrrad here.
Fahrrad. Right. Okay.
So nein, das ist kein Auto, das ist ein Fahrrad.
Fahrrad.
So ist das ein Hafen? So I told you Hafen bedeutet like seaport and then Flughafen. Also lassen wir hier
Airport.
schreiben. Ja, also Flughafen.
Okay.
So ist das ein Hafen?
Nein, das ist kein Hafen. Das ist eine U Fa Flughafen.
Flug. So der Flughafen.
There.
So das ist ein Flughafen, not eine Flughafen, ein Flughafen, there.
Okay.
Okay. Now, ist das eine Kirche? So consider this picture as a building, like Gebäude. Did I write Gebäude somewhere here? Okay, I'll write it again. The Gebäude, the building. So, ist das eine Kirche?
So nein, das ist kein Kirche.
Warum kein?
Eine.
Keine.
Oh ja. Das ist
See this
keine.
yellow box also
Yeah.
for a reference.
Das ist keine Kirche.
Hmm.
Das ist
Die
ein,
Gebäude. Hmm.
ein, the, we'll be using the now.
No. Ein oder kein.
Okay. No. For keine. So I wrote set with nine. Das ist kein Kirche.
Das
Das
ist
ist
keine Kirche, das ist eine Gebäude, because Gebäude is die Gebäude here. So eine oder keine with der and das, nur ein and kein, aber with die plural, also with the feminine eine oder keine. So Kirche is die Kirche und Gebäude ist die Gebäude. So eine, nein, das ist keine Kirche, das ist eine Gebäude. That is not a church, that is a building. So now sind das, sehen, also sehen is like sees, like see in a plural way. Aber let's say their Fluss is a singular way, aber die Flüsse ist
Plural.
mit Umlaut Flüsse. So now here what you would be saying, nein,
das
sind,
das
das sind,
das sind keiner sind, keiner sind, das ist die
sind, because plural hai, so no ist, but sind.
Okay, das sind
Yes, das
die
sind.
Flüsse.
Da sind, ja, either da sind die Flüsse oder da sind Flüsse. Is this clear here?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so here this is like the video, one of the video I was talking about. Let's do some listening practice for the rest of the time. One moment.
So, ich hole Sie dann morgen um 9 Uhr hier wieder ab. 9 Uhr.
You hear that?
Yes.
Ja. Dann schönen Abend noch. Wünsche ich Ihnen auch. Tschüss.
Tschüss, bis dann. Grüß Gott und herzlich willkommen im Hotel Prinzregent.
Guten Tag, mein Name ist Schütz. Ich habe ein Zimmer reserviert.
Let me open the transcription also, because then it would become very tricky to understand. Chapter 1 to 6, walk with let us write scene A. Haben was that? Just give me 1 minute. Let me find it. So transcription is there for like listening practice only, not for the videos. I'll try to find it. Maybe let's do this from here. So let's listen to it. I'll try to transcribe it for you. So now he's saying ish.
Are you sharing some screens?
And a minute.
Bitte schön. Dankeschön. So, ich hole Sie dann morgen um 9 Uhr hier wieder ab. 9 Uhr. Prima.
Now he's saying ich holte wieder 9 Uhr. So he's saying he'll pick him up again at 9 o'clock. 9 Uhr.
Danke. Schönen Abend noch. Wünsche ich Ihnen auch. Tschüss.
And he's saying schönes Abend noch. Have a nice evening ahead. Schönes Abend.
Tschüss, bis dann. Grüß Gott und herzlich willkommen im Hotel Prinzregent.
Guten Tag, mein Name ist Schütz. Ich habe ein Zimmer reserviert.
So now try to understand what he's saying and then what that lady is saying.
Tschüss, bis dann.
So over the phone she's saying tschüss, bis dann. Yep.
Grüß Gott und herzlich willkommen im Hotel Prinzregent.
Now she's saying grüß Gott, herzlichen willkommen zum das Hotel, and then she was naming the name of the hotel. Herzlichen willkommen to that particular hotel.
Guten Tag, mein Name ist Schütz. Ich habe ein Zimmer reserviert.
What did he say? Grüß, mein Name ist Schütz und dann?
I only understand my Name ist
Schutz, and then he's saying ich habe ein Zimmer. Ich habe ein Zimmer, also Zimmer as in room. Ich habe ein Zimmer reserviert. So this particular sentence has been written in a perfect form. So that is present tense, then there is past tense, and then there is perfect tense. Majorly when people are communicating, like in English we say could, should, instead of saying can, shall, na. So in that manner, like perfect is being used instead of using past tense about something which has been just done or which you have done some time ago. Instead of using past, it is preferable to use perfect. So ich habe ein Zimmer reserviert. So that has been said in a perfect way. So when we do a perfect, we use haben and sein, and then we use the particular verb in a third form. Wie zum Beispiel ich habe das geschrieben. Hat geschrieben, haben geschrieben. So ich habe das geschrieben. So geschrieben is the third form of schreiben. So geschrieben, written. I have written that. So I have reserved a room.
Okay. So like English, as we use third form with has, have. So the same with German also?
Yes, like I have done that. Let's say I have like I've given you something to do something. So instead of saying I did that, did is like past tense. But
Right.
if you're saying I have done that, that is a perfect tense.
Perfect.
So have plus do ka third form, do, did, done,
Right.
Then you would be saying, I have done that.
Done that. Yeah.
Schatz, hier. Sie haben ein Einzelzimmer für 3 Nächte reserviert.
Genau. Ein ruhiges Zimmer bitte.
She's saying you have reserved one room with dry nests. Also Nacht, der Nacht und die Nächte. 3 nights.
3 nights. Okay.
Hier. Zimmer 403. Das ist Ihr Schlüssel. Da sind.
Was ist die Zimmernummer here? What is the room number here? If you could figure out. Room bedeutet Zimmer. Wie ich habe hier geschrieben Zimmer.
Schatz, hier. Sie haben ein Einzelzimmer für 3 Nächte reserviert.
Genau. Ein ruhiges Zimmer bitte.
Gerne. Hier. Zimmer 403. Das ist Ihr Schlüssel.
What did she say? Nummer
3.
403. Listen to it again. I'm just muting myself so that voice is more clear.
Schatz, hier. Sie haben ein Einzelzimmer für 3 Nächte reserviert.
Genau. Ein ruhiges Zimmer bitte.
Gerne. Hier. Zimmer 403. Das ist Ihr Schlüssel.
Yeah. 403.
Yeah, Nummer 403. And he also said, ein ruhiges Zimmer bitte. Before that, just give me a minute.
ठीक है
So just to give like little more vocabulary, she also said Einzelzimmer. Einzelzimmer bedeutet single room. Oder vielleicht Doppelzimmer bedeutet double room.
Okay.
Einzelzimmer oder Doppelzimmer.
Doppelzimmer.
Also sie haben Einzelzimmer für 3 Nächte reserviert. So you have reserved one single room for 3 nights.
3 nights.
And then that person said, ein ruhiges Zimmer. Ruhig bedeutet peace, and then ruhiges Zimmer bedeutet one peaceful room. Maybe at the corner or where he would have less disturbance or something
Right.
like that. Ein
Right.
ruhiges Zimmer.
Da sind die Aufzüge und Frühstück gibt es von 6:30 Uhr bis 10:30 Uhr.
So now here she is telling about the timings for breakfast. So Frühstück. Here Ume Umlaut. Frühstück. So now she's saying Frühstück, then she's saying the time. Try to figure out the time, what she's saying.
Kann ich. Grüß Gott und herzlich willkommen im Hotel. Das ist Ihr Schlüssel. Da sind die Aufzüge und Frühstück gibt es von 6:30 Uhr bis 10:30 Uhr.
Frühstück gibt es von, also like
6.
Frühstück gibt es von 6.
I understand only 6.
Okay, let me play it once again, no problem.
Schatz, hier. Sie haben ein Einzelzimmer für 3 Nächte reserviert.
Genau. Ein ruhiges Zimmer bitte.
Gerne. Hier. Zimmer 403. Das ist Ihr Schlüssel.
Schlüssel bedeutet Keys.
Please.
Da sind die Aufzüge und Frühstück gibt es von 6:30 Uhr bis 10:30 Uhr. Kann ich sonst noch?
Frühstück gibt es von
36.
She said 6:30 bis 10:30. From 6:30 on, from, bis, till. Frühstück gibt es von 6:30 bis 10:30. And then she also said one more like line, the gibt, one moment, the gibt es die Aufzüge. So Aufzüge bedeutet Elevator. So here mit Umlaut. Da gibt es die Aufzüge. There, da as in I told you, there gibt es, da gibt es die Aufzüge. There are the elevators. And then she said, Frühstück gibt es von 6:30 bis 10:30. Klar?
So here gift in Frühstück and the gift in
Frühstück.
Frühstück. So gift means in this sentence Frühstück.
So if you could remember, I told you es gibt. Was bedeutet es gibt? There is.
Okay, there is.
Yep. So here she has used da gibt es. There are.
Yeah, as gift.
There are the elevators in Frühstück. So Frühstück is there from 6:30 till 10:30.
Right.
Clear?
Yeah.
So when you would be like writing the exam now, that's how it's going to happen. You would be given the sheet like a long conversation, and then the whole conversation would be played. There would be some fill in the blanks, like I'm asking you in between ki what ki time kya tha, or like room number kya tha. So similarly, that is going to happen in your listening exam, that there would be a complete text, and then as per the text and as per the listening practice, you would have to fill in some certain answers from that audio text.
There will be a listening exam too.
Sorry?
There will be a listening exam too.
Yes.
Listening exam bhi, acha.
Yes. So there are 4 parts. Okay. For exam, there are 4 parts. Lesen, hören, o mit Umlaut, hören, mündlich. Das ist o mit Umlaut, mündlich oder sprechen und dann schreiben. So lesen. In lesen, what happens? You would be given a long text. You have to read the text, and as per the text, you have to give the answers.
Okay, listen right? Is like reading exam.
Yes, reading exam, and as per the read text, as per the read text, you have to give the answers. Okay. Like there would be one. Like you can say MCQs होते हैं जैसे multiple choice questions. So there would be one question, and as per the options, you have to find the correct answer. Then there would be hearing, listening practice. You would be again shifted to maybe a different room or maybe in the same room. Then there would be a different sheet. You would be given the different sheet for listening practice for listening exam. The audio would be played 2 times, and then accordingly you have to find out the answers. Then there is mündlich oder sprechen. You would be given one card, and as per the card, you have to like phrase some sentences and then discuss it with your mündlich partner. So there could be 2 partners with you or 3 partners with you in the same room, and then as per the given card, you have to describe that particular like phrase which you have made. Then schreiben. In schreiben, you would be asked to write one letter just to evaluate your writing skills, and then grammatical skills, and then like vocabulary. So no worries to that. We would be practicing this complete section. Once we are done with the grammar part, maybe 2 or 3 exercises after we are done with A1, then some more after we are done with A2, and then a lot more once we are done with grammar till B1. But actually that depends कि आपको A1 का एग्जाम लिखना है पहले, then A2 का एग्जाम लिखना है, या फिर डायरेक्टली आपको B1 का एग्जाम लिखना है.
अच्छा, तो एक चीज और कि ये एग्जाम कैसा ऑफलाइन रहता है या ऑनलाइन?
Okay, so about this, maybe I'll give you a call and then I'll discuss, because we are left with just one more topic, and then we would be quickly finishing it, and then I'll give you a call to discuss that, because abhi record bhi ho raha hai saath mein.
Okay. But that will be for others' benefit, no?
Yes, because I want everybody to be present, so that when we would be like discussing the exam, na, everyone would have like first-hand experience rather getting it from the recording, because they might also have their own questions. Yes. Now, talking about the preteritum, as I said, we have 3 type of verbs as of now, though there are a lot of type of like tenses, not verbs, sorry. But as of now, to start with, we have 3 type of tenses. Present tense we have done already with 3 type of verbs. Then we have preteritum. Also, das ist Amitum laut. That means past tense. Then we have perfect. So as I cleared already, preteritum is like past tense and perfect is like perfect tense. We in English. So present tense we have done already. Good thing about preteritum is इसमें आपको ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं करना पड़ता. It's just you have to add extra t to make something in preteritum way. Let's say ich mache meine Hausaufgabe. Actually bedeutet Hausaufgabe, but if you have to say, so this means I am doing my homework, right? Ich mache meine Hausaufgabe, or maybe when something else, ich mache meine Hausaufgabe. Then if you have to write, I did my homework. So what you would be doing, you would be just adding extra t in between. Ich machte, I did, machte meine Hausaufgabe. Aber, das ist also present, das ist preteritum. And but if you have to write it in a perfect way, what you would be writing, ich habe meine Hausaufgabe gemacht. So think it in a way you are saying I am doing my homework. That sounds okay, fine, अच्छी बात है. But if let's say you have to say it in a past tense way, so even in English also, instead of saying I did my homework, you would be saying I have done my homework. If I'm asking you to do something right now, I always ask you, if I ask you to write something, and then I always ask geschrieben oder gemacht. I don't say like wrote or did. I always use the third form because that's what we usually do. So in a colloquial way, or in a Mundlish way, or in a speaking way, we always prefer to say perfect tense because that sounds little better. But we use this preteritum way where we use extra t. That is something you can find in a written way. Maybe let's say you are reading an article in a newspaper, or maybe you are reading any novel, for example, even in English also. So the preteritum or the past way would have been used in a written manner. But if we are speaking something, so people always used to prefer this form.
Perfect tense.
So perfect tense. But we have to do preteritum. So I'm telling you how do we do the preteritum thing. So let's say this is like for regular verb. For irregular verb, let's say ich gebe, I give, like whatever, ich gebe etwas, das ist present. Aber ich gebte. I have added extra t. Ich gebte etwas. Aber ich habe das gegeben. So geben, gebt und dann also geben und dann gebt und dann gegeben. So first form infinitive, second form, and then third form. So that's how it is. There are a lot of words, like lot of verbs in German which you would have to learn as per their third form. So when to make it a preteritum, it's just you will have to add extra t. In the next class, or maybe by tomorrow, I'll collect some exercises for preteritum, and then I'll discuss this like perfect way in detailed manner. Because when you're doing perfect, the regular verb, irregular verb, and the separable verb sentence formation would change, right? But one thing which you would be noting, you would be noticing in perfect, with the verb, you add extra ge before that. Gemacht, geschrieben, gegeben.
Given,
But
right.
this verb would be changing. It would not be like ge plus verb plus en always. That would be changing. So to show you, for example, I have a big list here. Wie zum Beispiel here, also backen, that means to bake. Backen, this imperfect tense is past tense basically, and then
Right.
participle is a perfect tense basically.
Okay.
So backen, baked here has been conjugated present tense as per RCS. So backen, bagta, gebacken, befallen, befall, befohlen, beginnen, began, begonnen, beißen, bis, gebissen. So binden, band, gebunden. So each verb would be having their own third form, like do, did, done, cut, cut,
Right.
cut, see,
Right.
saw. In English also there are a lot of variations. So similarly in German also, I'll give you this list. There are a lot of verbs. So when you would be like learning them, learn them in a way with first form, second form, and third form.
Same way
Like
English way, na?
yes, right. Like we used to do in English in childhood. Like
Yeah.
first form, second form, and third form. Risen, ris, gerisen. Written, writ, geritten. But as long as you would start reading them, you would be finding a kind of rhythm in them, because some verbs here would be you would find them similarity between the past tense and the perfect tense. Wie zum Beispiel here, Reeb, Gerieben,
Right.
Riss, Gerissen.
Gerison.
But some of them would be changing. Some of them would be changing from A to O, like here E, A and O. There would be a lot of words where in infinitive there would be E. In past tense that would change to A, and then in participle that would change to O. So there are a lot of things. I have seen one video also for that. I'll share the link with you, so that they have differentiated like the verbs as per their stem change. So that will be helpful in terms of learning. I'll just after this class I'll share the video.
Okay. And these tenses are for as he is or ish as he is. But how
They
about
are
year and others?
that goes for everyone. Let's say in here I have written Ich habe meine Hausaufgabe gemacht. Now let's say I have to say this to you and Meena along with Sonali. So that would not be do, that would be ear. So
Yeah.
just for in do case first, du hast deine Hausaufgabe gemacht. Ihr habt ihre Hausaufgabe gemacht. So this is something we would be discussing in detail tomorrow. Here
Alright.
there would be two words, haben and sein, would be used to make perfect sentence. Haben and sein, these are the two main verbs to make a perfect sentence.
Okay.
Okay. So now for today, it's like almost done. I'm just stopping the recording.